So I wanted to come live because I'm about to record a podcast, and I had this idea. The idea was that I've been doing this podcast at the More Members Now podcast.com for quite a while, and John and I, we were recording the podcast, and I said to him, I said, we've got this podcast going on, but I'd love to find a way to help more people with it. And one of the ways that we could do that is what if we recorded the podcast live and made it available here, but then also you took the audio and John does his magic with it and edits it and then puts it on the actual podcast. So I love the idea, and we're going to do this experiment for the next few weeks or so, to where I'm doing this podcast for you and you're able to see behind the scenes. And then also it's able to be distributed over at our podcast website, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, you can go over there and subscribe to that. So then that way you don't have to watch it here on video, but you can go over there, subscribe at moremembersnowpodcast.com. And then if you want to leave me a review, I would more than appreciate it. You can do that. Plus I've got some bonuses over there to go with it as well. So let's do this. I'm going to pull up my notes here so I can see my notes. And just so that you know, today we're going to be talking about the 7 membership multipliers. It's something that I've never shared with on my podcast, but is core to what we do. And so I'm going to do a little teaser here, and then I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to go into my podcast, because during that little pause, John actually, on the podcast, when we have the final audio, he actually inserts some audio there and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a great podcast. I'm glad you're here. Drop a comment below if you want to interact a little bit, and I'll try to come back in and do that. I won't be able to do during the podcast, but after we're done, try to come back in and reply to your comments and everything. If you want to leave a review, by the way, in the comments below, you can do that, and I would appreciate it. So let's do this. Here we go. Hey, so on today's podcast at More Members Now Podcast, we're going to be talking about the 7 membership multipliers. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what are the 7 membership multipliers? Well, they are 7 multipliers that exist in every single membership, regardless of your niche, regardless of who you serve, regardless of whether you're an online membership or an in-person membership, brick and mortar, whatever it is. If you do membership, these 7 multipliers are in your membership business. And I'm going to share with you today what those 7 multipliers are and how you can leverage them to get more members. So on today's podcast, I wanted to just come in briefly, and I wanted to talk about 7 membership multipliers. Now, these multipliers, as I've already shared with you, exist in every single membership business. Now, I don't want to go through and try to convince you of why these membership multipliers exist in your membership. I'm just going to share with you what they are and give you an overview. And then in the coming weeks, I'm going to break down each one of these multipliers one by one so you can have a better understanding. So if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, make sure you do so at moremembersnowpodcast.com, because today is the overview, but in the coming weeks, I want you to go deep in each of these 7 membership multipliers. Now, the first multiplier that exists in every membership business is the content multiplier. The content multiplier. The content multiplier is simply this. You have a content catalog. That catalog is everything that you can or would like to provide your members. That's why it's called a catalog. So I like to think of it like, when I was a little kid, I would get the Sears catalog, the big catalog that they would actually mail you. It looked like a big phone book, and you would be able to thumb through it. And I would go through it and highlight what I wanted for Christmas out of that Sears catalog. Well, that is the catalog of everything that you can provide, everything that you have to provide, everything that you could provide your members. It's other people's content. If you wanted to provide other people's content as part of your membership, it's services you could provide. It's done with you services, done for you services. It literally is everything that you can or would like to provide for your members. Then, as you have that catalog, you got to categorize that catalog. So go back to that Sears catalog for a moment. You categorize that catalog. In that Sears catalog, it's broken up into different sections, different categories. Now, for those of you who maybe are younger and you don't remember the Sears catalog, think of it like a menu. You walk into a restaurant, there's a menu. This is everything the restaurant provides or can serve you in the way of food. But then in that menu, it's broken down into different categories. You have your beverages, you have your main course, you have your side dishes, you have your desserts. It's not one big hodgepodge. It is divided up into categories. And so you take your catalog and you divide it up into categories so that way you know you're providing a well-balanced membership. Then after you have the catalog and the categories, then you have the calendar. This is where you actually calendar out what you're going to do each month, month after month, quarter after quarter, year after year for your members. Now, one of my favorite things to do is this calendar because I literally am able to have an entire year planned for my members so that I know exactly what we're going to provide, when we're going to provide it, and how we're going to provide it, which then enables me to focus in on getting more members. I don't have to focus in on delivering my membership as much because I know exactly what I'm going to do. And I want you to have that as well. And it exists in your membership already, regardless of whether or not you have a calendar. You're providing your membership month after month. I just want to help you be more organized with this multiplier. It's the content multiplier. Then, after you have the content multiplier, the next multiplier in your membership is the assimilation multiplier. Assimilation. Now, assimilation is all about how do you take somebody from sign up to fully engaged in your membership. If you've been listening to me for any time now, you know that just because somebody signs up for your membership doesn't mean they're a member. You might think they're a member. I may even say they're a member of your membership, but in the mind of that person, in the mind of your member, they have signed up for your membership. So what do you want them to receive? This is the assimilation multiplier. What do you want them to receive? What do you want them to believe? And what do you want them to achieve? As every new member comes in, answer those three questions. What do I want them to receive? What do I want them to receive as soon as they sign up for their membership? What do I want them to receive in the first 24 hours of their membership? What do I want them to receive in the first week of their membership, the first month of their membership? What do I want them to receive? Then, what do I want them to achieve? So if you look at a lot of the diet weight loss companies, they're talking about, losing 10 pounds in the first 30 days or lose 5 pounds in the first 14 days or whatever it is. They're making it very clear what you're going to be able to achieve by taking on their membership. What is it for you? What will people be able to achieve in the first 30 days of their membership? What would they be able to achieve in the first 60, 90, 1 year of being a member in your membership? Having a clear plan as to what you want people to achieve along the way will keep them engaged and actually turn them from a sign up to full engagement in your membership. Then lastly, what do you want them to believe? What do you want them to believe? Your beliefs about your membership or the beliefs about your membership is what sets you apart from all of your competitors. So if you were to look at your competitors, what are the beliefs that you have about your membership that makes you different? I'll go back to the diet weight loss companies for a moment. They're all claiming that you're going to be able to lose weight, right? But how you do it, the belief system behind it, whether it's keto or I'm not sure what the opposite of keto is, but there's keto, there's Jenny Craig, there's the beach diet. There's all of those different diets that are part of the weight loss program, but they have different beliefs on how to achieve that goal. Same with your membership. You have a different belief system, whether you know it or not, you have a different belief system, and you need to articulate that so your members will know it. Then we've talked about content, assimilation, marketing. Marketing is what sets us as membership businesses apart from brick and mortar or even typical customer-based businesses. You and I have to do marketing to get members, and we have to do marketing to keep members. Now, I've got a lot to share on marketing because it really is at a core of what we do in order to be able to get more members and to retain those members. So be sure to check in a couple of weeks and find the podcast on the marketing multiplier, where I'm going to go in depth on all of the marketing activities inside your membership. But I want you to know this about the marketing multiplier. You have to do twofold marketing. Marketing to get members and marketing to actually keep those members. Because if you look at your communications If you look at all the interaction that you have with your members, you're constantly remarketing and reselling them on the membership and the value you provide. You can't just take that for granted. I know you know a lot about marketing already in the way of getting members, but that marketing to keep members is extremely important. And when you have this dual focus of marketing, you'll be able to have a business that you really love and enjoy and are able to leverage it for growth. So content, assimilation, marketing, retention. Retention is the next multiplier. Retention is very simple. I know a lot of people are talking about retention. It's about metrics and it's about this and about that. But I make it very simple because I've discovered that retention is all about relationships and results. When people are getting results from your membership, when people are getting results from what you're actually providing them, they know they will enjoy your membership. They'll say, hey, I'm getting results here. But you also have to provide them with a relationship. Now, that relationship could be a number of things. It could be a community online. It could be a relationship with you. It could be a relationship with other members. It could be a relationship with your staff. But when they feel connected by a relationship with you, it keeps your competitors away. And when you get them the results and actually deliver on your membership, it keeps your competitors away as well. And so when you marry those two things together, high relationships, high results, you'll be able to keep more people and retain them in your membership. So content, assimilation, marketing, retention, ascension multiplier. Ascension. Now, ascension is all about having different levels of membership. Most memberships I've seen only have one level of membership. Well, what if you created the opportunity for people to ascend upward in membership and you provide greater value, deliver more, and get paid more, have a more profitable business? But then also, you would be able to retain more people because if somebody wants to cancel their membership for some reason, you could actually downgrade them to a lower level of membership. So ascension is about creating movement in your membership so that people can grow as they receive more from you and they get better or do better or have more or whatever it may be that your membership provides. They're able to go upward and ascend upward in membership, paying you more, getting more resources, or they can go down and downgrade their membership, paying you less, but also getting great value that your membership provides. So that's the ascension multiplier. Now, these last two I'm going to kind of handle together because they really are separate, but they also go together. It is strategy and leadership. The strategy multiplier and the leadership multiplier. The strategy multiplier is all those metrics. It's those reports that you should be pulling. It's how you think about your business. It's going in and working on your business and not in your business and really getting at what is driving the business. So one of the examples I give is that if I was to tell you, hey, listen, you got 10 brand new members this month off of Facebook, and you got 5 new members off of LinkedIn. Well, most people would look at that and say, hey, we got twice as many members off Facebook than we did LinkedIn. Let's throw more money at Facebook and invest more in Facebook marketing so that we can continue to get more members. But we're a membership business. We have retention. So if I was to tell you 3 months later, those 10 members that you picked up off of Facebook are down to 3 members, you had a 70% churn rate, but the 5 members that you picked up off of LinkedIn, you're now down to 4 members with a 10% churn rate. Which would you rather invest in, LinkedIn or Facebook? Of course, we'd want to invest in Facebook because it's driving us a better quality member. Now, I'd also want to find out why Facebook is not sending me the better quality members and that people are churning as they come off Facebook, but that's the strategy multiplier. You have to look at your business different. Listen, I know most of what you and I have been taught comes from a business perspective of a customer-based business. We have to take the strategies that we've been given in customer-based thinking and turn it into membership-based thinking and redevelop those strategies to include factors like ascension and retention. So that's the strategy multiplier. The leadership multiplier is about you. Growing memberships are led by growing leaders. So just by the very fact that you're listening to this podcast, you're now growing yourself. You're going to work on you. You're working on your mindset. You're working on what you're going to be doing so that you can continue to grow, so that you can grow your business. That is all about leadership. That's why I provide a membership for membership businesses. That's why I run a mastermind. That's why I have higher level coaching, so that I can continue to help you grow and stay ahead of your business and stay ahead of your members, so that you can impact more people. So those are the 7 membership multipliers: content, assimilation, marketing, retention, ascension, strategy, and leadership. If you're looking for more on this, go to membershipmultipliers.com. I've got a number of resources there, some of them specifically geared toward each of these multipliers. And then if you're looking to honestly get more members, you should pick up my brand new book, Accelerate: How to Get Your Next 10, 100, 500, or even 1,000 members. You can do it all right at membershipmultipliers.com. Go there. I've got a strategy guide for you. I've got tons of stuff, free stuff for you, but then I also have some resources that you can invest in. And then you should be a part of a membership program for membership businesses just like you, a group of like-minded people who want to impact more people, serve more people. Do so through the Membership Accelerators Club or Membership Multipliers membership, where we'll help you leverage your membership even further. So go to membershipmultipliers.com and let's make it happen. So now you see the whole behind the scenes that I just did for our podcast here. And I'll just point out a couple things. Number one, I always try to have a call to action. So I always want to help people more. I'm giving them an insight to ways that we can help them. I want to give them some really good content. So I'd venture to say that many of you probably didn't know, there's 7 membership multipliers that exist in your membership. And so I want to help them see their membership from a different perspective, but then I want to drive them to an opportunity where I can help them further and help you further. So if you're watching this, I appreciate you watching this behind the scenes look at our podcast. I hope you enjoyed the upcoming episodes where we'll be talking about these individual multipliers even further and help you get more members. And one of the things I like to say is like, listen, I know when I help you get more members, I'm helping you serve more people. And that's my goal. So thanks for joining me with this and watching it here live, getting the behind the scenes. I'll see you next time.